Hey guys, this is NJ. Today we'll talk on chirognomy. That, as we know, that chirognomy is the study of the structure and markings of your hand, and we have been discussing about index finger, like what are the traits associated with index finger. So index finger, which is the representation of your egoism and your assertiveness and your leadership qualities, along with the moral values and the righteousness and all the good ethics are associated with index finger, because this finger is associated with planet Jupiter. So in our 3-part series on every finger, for index finger, in the first part we have understood about how the different tips of the index finger expresses the and variants the qualities associated with the finger, because like the way I always say, every finger has got some associated traits, but how these traits get associated outside in the outside world, that is seen from the fingertip. Like the way there is a guy who is a good leader, but along with his leadership qualities, whether he is a leader who is like concerned about his followers, or he is dogmatic or an autocratic kind of leader who just believes in pushing his followers to the limits, or putting all those tyrannies and all those suffering on them. So that is all being seen from the tip of the fingertip, how these qualities get expressed in the outside world. So in the first part we have studied and discussed the tips of the finger. In the second part we have discussed the different 3 print patterns of the finger which are found on the tip of the index finger. Now in this part we will discuss the traits associated with each flange of the finger, along with the some specific markings. So you need to understand that the first flange is associated with our, like how, see like the way I've also made one video on this, that in every finger the top flange needs to be 20% of the complete length of the finger. The second flange, the second flange needs to be 35% of the total length of the finger, and the third flange needs to be 45% of the complete length of the finger. So let's say if the length of the complete finger is 10 centimeter, so if the length of the top flange is 2 centimeter, 10 centimeter is the total length, 20% of the 10 centimeter is 2 centimeter. So if the length of the top flange is 2 centimeter, then this flange is considered to be normal. And if the 35% of the 10 centimeter is 3.5 centimeter. So if the length of the middle flange is 3.5 centimeter, then this flange would be considered as of normal length. Same goes with the bottom flange. If the length of the bottom flange is 4.5 centimeter, then this length would be considered of the flange would be as normal, going by the complete length. For example, if it is 10 centimeter, any variance on that, let's say if the length of the flange is larger or more than that, the standard length of 20% of the complete length, then it would be considered as long flange. If it would be less than the percentage of the standard percentage length of the top flange, then it will be considered as the shorter flange. So the traits which are associated with the top flange are, if you find in any person's finger the top flange shorter than the standard length of the finger of the particular this flange, then these people would remain to be very materialistic in their life. You know, all this what I've been talking about is a blend of what is being found true by different medical researchers, along with what is written in our ancient scriptures, which is known as Samudik Shastra. So if you find the length of the top flange shorter than the standard length of the top flange, then these people would remain to be materialistic in their approach. If you find this length of this flange larger than the standard, then these people would remain to be very shrewd and very clever in their dealings in the public life. Then comes the second flange. The qualities associated with the second flange is, if you find this flange longer than the standard length, then these people would remain to be very strongly efficient in their life. All the kind of managers which each company dream of, that I should have that efficient employee in my organization. So longer flange makes a person very efficient, and if you find this flange lesser than the normal standard length, then these people would remain to be like, these people lack ambition in their life. Now comes the third flange. If you find this third flange larger than the standard length of the third flange, then these people would remain to be very bossy and very assertive and very go-getter type in their life, little bit bossy. And if you find this third flange shorter than the standard length, then these people would have very laid back, very lazy kind of attitude in their life. So this is about the standard length of the flanges. Now we also need to discuss the knots. So there is one thing which you need to know and which is very important in palmistry, that we know that index finger, every finger releases energy. So these index finger is responsible for releasing the energy of knowledge and education in our life. So in case if you find in some hands, if you will find these extra knot in the hand, so let's say if you have spotted this extra flange in someone's hand, so this is never considered as good, because the presence of an extra knot hinders the energy and the traits associated with that particular finger. So in case if you find one extra knot in someone's index finger, then these people will remain these people face problem in their education, because index finger is associated with education. So these people would definitely face problem in their education, and they will have liver related disorder, and they will have, if they are part of some political association, then they will also face problem in that aspect. And in case if you find, let's say if you have found someone with just one knot in their finger, so don't get this impression that this is an abnormality. Rather, in terms of our Vedic palmistry, the Hast Samudik Shastra, this is considered as good. So if you found one knot in the complete index finger, then this would mean that these people would have inborn knowledge in their life. These people would remain to be very popular, and these people would have very smooth education in their life. So this is all what I had to say on this. So in the first part of index finger, we have studied about the tips of the finger. In the second part, we have studied about the different print patterns of the index finger, and in this part we have studied about the different traits associated with each flange, along with the presence and absence of the knots on the index finger. So I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more notification and updates on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my page. Thanks.